Now, according to Premium Time, they said that Nigeria secures $52.88 million in recovered funds linked to design and Gola Aluko of Binance negotiation. In this particular news now, I'm not talking about the Binance issue here. Let's talk about our leader that is involved. Once our leader that is involved in this particular thing, there are about two or three major things I want to talk about in this particular news now that you are seeing according to Premium Time. Number one is about the former leader that is involved, her people, and also the people that are involved of recovering this particular loot. Number one, this is the kind of leaders that we have. When this woman was in power as a minister of petroleum was when petroleum was on the high side. If they tell you how much they're selling a barrel of petrol that time, it didn't go shake you well. That was when she was the minister of petroleum. I think that was during Goodluck Jonathan administration. All these things took place. Somebody that, in fact, it was during his time that people were talking about having some savings, that the petroleum is really booming now, that we need to save money for the time that the thing will not be booming the way the thing was booming during her time. But since this woman left office, it has been from one case to another case, from one day to another day, from one day, a leader that is supposed to be an example to others. In fact, the people that are supposed to try to make Nigeria to be a working place for all of us. And that's the reason why so many of us are running out of the country today. And for the people that will still come and be saying, why are they trying to investigate her? Or what about others that have been there before her? That is the problem. I keep saying it back to back in anything that has to do with our leaders and the people that will be supporting them. That is the problem we have in Nigeria. Trying to bring tribalism, if they say any word like being tribalistical. We always like to be tribalistical in anything that has to do with our leaders. Not knowing that the people we are trying to defend, in their caucus, there's nothing like tribe. There's nothing like religion, and there's nothing like ethnicity. They know themselves. They know themselves. It's only you and me that will bring tribe whenever it comes to their issue. That whenever the body that's supposed to investigate them come up with investigations, some people, in fact, you see some people that have not even seen 1 square meal to eat. People whenever eat 2 times in a day, they will come out and be staging a rally that they are in support of their own, that the government should leave their own. That is our problem. The thing keep happening back to back, and those people in their own caucus, they will be there laughing at us. That's number 2 thing in this particular information. Then number 3 thing here is that the body that is involved in recovering all these loots, because maybe today they recovered loot from this woman and also Abacha loot. What really are they doing with all this money? What are they really doing with all this money when they recover? For how many years now they've been telling us that they are recovering Abacha loot, Abacha loot, Abacha loot. Somebody talked something one day, we just make me laugh. The person said that some of this recovered loot they are recovering. After recovering all this loot, that some people will still go and reloot the loot. I don't know if you talk about allegedly. So that's the issue. That's the third one concerning this particular thing. They are recovering all these particular loots from different people, different leaders that have been in office in Nigeria. Please, please, we are begging. What are you people really doing with all this money you are recovering from these people? Every time, billions of this you are recover from Abacha loot. Gini will recover from this social person. Gini will recover was so, but still, nothing is still happening in Nigeria. There is no change in Nigeria. I have said it before and I will say it again. A country that at least don't have as if 3 or 4 basic amenities working perfectly in that country have never started though. But they keep telling us that they are recovering this, they are receiving tax from this, people are paying tax, they are recovering this. What are they really doing all these things? We don't have constant electricity in Nigeria. There is no good road in Nigeria. Security is zero. This pipe and water, people just have their own borehole everywhere. Then what really is happening now? At least, I mean, a question why they ask, I'm not saying anything bad though. Now, question why they ask, what thing will they do with all this money when they recover? Because what are you people really doing with all this money that up till now that our country cannot boast of? At least we are gotten to a stage. I've said it before that Nigeria is supposed not to be answering a developing country any longer. We don't pass that level. During the last AFCON, South Africa was using generator country come they do us yeye on social media, and somebody came out, a Nigerian came out and be proud and be bold to say that there are some places in Lagos State that has constant electricity. Nigeria don't pass that level to come and tell people that there are some places. Nigeria is supposed to have constant electricity 24/7. We don't pass those levels. We don't supposed to pass those levels. Now look at the kind of leaders we get. Now some people from the place now will come and be defending her that blah 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 this, blah 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 this. Leave her for us. She's our own. She didn't do anything. What about and things will keep going on and nothing will still happen. Now just look at the kind of amount they say they are recovering. For years now, this case has been there. The same person. I remember my humble self, the Aikman. I pray that things will change. But the thing is that I can never kneel down and say that I'm praying for the country. I've said it before. I just made a post. I said that our leaders, they really know what to do to get Nigeria working. But they prefer the way Nigeria is. We move. I remember my humble self, the Aikman. Peace and love.